After working on a Saab 60 miles from home with only what was in my toolbox, I thought it would be interesting to go over what I have in there and what you need to start working on your own car. Welcome to the Hippie Geeks. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below. If you are going to work on your own vehicle, there is a minimum amount of tools you are going to need. When starting from scratch, the first things you are going to want to pick up are a couple of screwdrivers with both plain and Phillips heads on them. You want to grab a short set for tight spaces and a longer set to help reach everything else. This will let you tighten clamps, change out speakers, and several other small repairs. The next couple are pretty much equal, starting with a set of end wrenches with both standard and metric sizes. Any set with around 8 wrenches of each type will cover most of the common ones you will need. Almost as important is a set of sockets in both standard and metric sizes. There are 3 different socket driver sizes you can choose from. Go with 3/8 as that is a good balance between strength and portability. Along with the sockets, you will need the socket wrench and a couple different extension lengths. With these wrenches and sockets, you will be able to disassemble and reassemble the vast majority of the parts in a vehicle. If you are short on money, between the screwdrivers and wrenches, you will be able to work on 90% of your car. Next up are Allen wrenches in both standard and metric sizes. If you happen to own a Saab, you are also going to need a set of Torx wrenches. If you happen to own a Saab, the first thing you are going to need to buy are those Torx wrenches. They are everywhere. For everyone else though, you will probably be able to ignore them. After that come the spark plug sockets. These have a rubber spacer inside of them to hold the spark plug without breaking them when they are being removed. This isn't something that has to happen very often, but doing your own tune-up, which includes spark plugs and a few other various items, can save you an incredible amount of money compared to what a shop will charge you. Speaking of spark plugs, you will also need a spark plug gapping tool. Most plugs come from the factory with the appropriate gap, but you should always double check before installing new ones. After that are a pair of crescent wrenches, which should never be the tool you start out with. You want to use end wrenches whenever possible, but their versatility makes them indispensable, and the weight makes them an excellent tool for self-defense. After that comes the adjustable alligator pliers. Again, the versatility just makes them entirely too useful, especially when you need to work on your plumbing in between working on cars. The last couple deal with the electrical system of your car, which is one of the last things people typically learn. A continuity tester is necessary when you are trying to figure out if 12-volt power is making its way to your components, and a multimeter is necessary for testing if your alternator is putting out enough electricity to charge the battery. There you have it, the tools that I carry with me whenever I'm working on cars. My toolbox is small, around 16 inches long by 10 inches deep and 8 inches tall, and all of these tools fit in there with room to spare. I also have some extra fuses, lengths of wire, and electrical tape in there just in case. With the tools we just listed, I work on 99% of the things I need to on our vehicles. There are certainly other tools that are useful to have. A second set of end wrenches comes to mind. But with a bare minimum of tools, you can work on your own vehicle. If this is your first time here on the Hippie Geeks, it would be wonderful to have you subscribe. This channel is all about teaching you the skills to do everything yourself. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and check out our Patreon page or merch store to support the channel directly. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next one.